here nonetheless. And yes, I was just getting ready, preparing my little setup. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're here, say hello. Welcome to the live, guys. If you're here, say hello. Be good to see who's joining today. Welcome, welcome. If you haven't yet, grab a cup of tea. We're going to be chatting about some interesting topics today. Welcome. I did make a little post writing what I was going to talk about today. Some things that are really important to me, things I care about a lot, which are transforming our shadows, the human shadow, into our gifts, which is a beautiful art. And I want to share a little bit about how I do this, how I've learned to do this. And welcome everyone, so good to see you all. If you're here, say hello. Let us know where you're joining from. So we're going to be talking about transforming shadows into gifts. And we're also going to be talking about working with the universe. This is also linked, by the way, and also seeing life through a mystical lens, seeing life mystically. This is how I live my life, and this is how I feel most at peace, no matter what challenges are happening in my life. These teachings and these lessons that I have learnt are what really help me to shift myself into a more empowered, stronger being. And also to get the most out of life's challenges, because whilst we're here on Earth, the challenges are not going to miss you. We all experience them. And so learning how to master the experience of going through challenges is a gift in and of itself. And so I want to share with you the lessons that I've learned from doing this for the last few years. And I'm going to say a little prayer before we jump in. I like to start with a prayer, something I learned from Caroline Myss, one of my favourite spiritual teachers. And I'm just pouring a cup of tea, so if you haven't got a cup of tea, go for it. Get yourself a cuppa. I'm having a chai. Welcome everyone. Hello, Adam the Third Eye. Hello, Luke Hammond. Yeah, welcome everyone. Greetings from Germany. Hi, Folksy. Okay, so before we begin this live, I'm just going to say a little prayer to set the intention for the live. And we're going to be talking about working with the universe. And this is one of the ways that I love to work with the universe. And that is by praying and by setting intentions. And I've noticed that since I started praying, I have been able to shift myself into different states of consciousness just by using prayer, and also have strengthened my relationship with the universe or with God. And so before I do anything that is important, then I will pray and I will set my intentions and I'll ask the universe for guidance, ask the universe for support, and trust that that support is being given. So, God, Source, Universe, thank you for being with me. Thank you for being with us throughout this whole live today. Thank you for guiding me. And thank you for helping me to find the right words. And for bringing the right people, the people that need to hear this message, onto this live. Thank you for making sure that they find this live. And that I find the words that you want me to say to them. God, I fully accept and invite you to work through me so that we can bring more peace, empowerment, love onto this planet. May I let go of any attachment to how I think things need to be. May I release any attachment to any outcomes, numbers, stats, and just be fully present with whoever joins us here today on this live. Amen. And so it is. Thank you, God. Hey, Jack. Nice to see you. Hey, Kishan, Richards, James. Nice to see you guys. Okay. So, the first topic being transforming shadows into gifts. So what does this even mean for people that maybe don't even know what this means? Maybe we're just hearing this for the first time. What does it mean to transform a human shadow into a gift? Something that I want to say, first of all, is that every single human on the planet has individual, unique gifts. Everyone. Every single one of you. There is not one person on this planet that does not have unique gifts. There is not one person on this planet that does not have unique gifts. I just want everyone to really breathe that truth in. It's going to be something that we're talking about a lot today. Sometimes we completely forget how gifted we are. Sometimes we forget that the smallest gestures that we are able to do are gifts. like smiling at a stranger, complimenting someone's trousers, or writing someone a card, or making someone some art, whatever gifts are unique to you, we forget. We often forget that our gifts are even gifts because they're so normal to us. Morning, everybody. And so this is why I often am asking the universe for help, for guidance on helping me to see my gifts and how I can be of service to the world. And so maybe that's something that you can do right now if you are feeling like a little bit stuck, or you don't know what you're meant to be doing here on this planet. A lot of us have this feeling of like, what am I doing here? Why am I even here? Well, if you're feeling like that, you can ask God, you can ask the universe, help me to see what gifts in me I have so that I can be of service to the whole. Often all it takes is for us to really observe what others are needing, so that we can truly be of service to them. And so when it comes to transforming our shadows into gifts, what this means is that at a certain level, everyone has unique spiritual gifts. And when those gifts are being expressed from a higher frequency, this is when we're able to be of service to the world. But when these aspects of our nature are being expressed at lower frequencies, they're actually shadows. We end up expressing them unconsciously. And so when we're expressing from an unconscious place, it's more likely that the expression is going to cause harm to others. And recently I've been reading The Gene Keys, which is an amazing book by Richard Rudd. And in this book, I think it's actually the Venus sequence. So he has many different books, guys. He has The Gene Keys, which is the main book, and this explains the whole human spectrum of consciousness. It's so cool. It explains all of these different archetypal expressions of human consciousness. And each chapter is a different expression of the human consciousness on the spectrum. And so each chapter explains to you how this expression is manifesting as a shadow, and then how it's manifesting as a gift, and how it's manifesting as its highest frequency, which he calls the Siddhi. And something that he said, which I found to be so helpful, was that the shadows are the doorways to your gifts. And so when we notice that we are in a shadowy state, and you can often tell that you are in a shadowy state because you're feeling low. Maybe you feel reactive in some way. triggered, and when we're feeling triggered, this is the perfect opportunity to find the gift that is underneath that state that we're in, that shadow, the gift that is underneath the shadow. Because all it is a matter of frequency change in order to find that gift part of us. Okay, I'm going to explain to you how this manifests in my life, just using some real life examples, because it might be a little bit more helpful. So, and this all ties into what I'm also want to talk about, which is working with the universe. I noticed that I'm constantly being guided by the universe, constantly being sent messages and I'm also asking for guidance, also asking for help. And I've noticed that when you ask for help, when you're basically tuning in to higher intelligence. You are making yourself available for higher inspiration. And so at any moment we can ask the divine for help. And this is going to put you in the state of consciousness to receive guidance. And what a lot of people don't understand is that if we don't ask for help, then we don't get help. If we don't tune in, if we don't open ourselves, it's so much about being open to receiving higher intelligence. And so if you notice that yourself is closed off even, that can be your prayer. That can be your first prayer, is God help me to have the openness to receive your wisdom. And then taking deep breaths and finding the stillness that is required to receive that higher wisdom, that higher guidance from the universe. It's available to all of us. We just have to ask. We just have to tune in. Slow down. Hey, Dr. David. Hey, Tejas. It's T. Slowing down enough to hear the inspiration from the universe. Because the mind is often moving at 1,000,000 miles per hour. And so it blocks us from really hearing the deeper wisdom that comes from just being still. And this is what you call inner discipline. Someone said, are you a swaying tree in the wind? I guess, yes, I am. I find that swaying really makes me feel calm, because when I first come onto the live, I was a little bit nervous, and I can feel my mind like spinning round. And so I am just allowing myself to enter into more of a calm state, bringing my energy down, like grounding. I think the moving helps me to just ground into this moment and just be calm. Hey Swap, nice to see you. And so yeah, as I was saying, this is what we call inner discipline, is intentionally using our time on only the necessary, essential, investing our energy on the essential, investing our thoughts, our energy on necessary thoughts. You can literally ask yourself, if you feel low or you notice a thought, you can ask yourself, is this thought necessary? And what comes up when you ask yourself that? Are the thoughts that I've been having recently necessary? Is it necessary for me to spend so much of my time thinking about what I've been thinking about? Or is my time and energy better invested elsewhere? This is inner discipline. And so God, may you help us, and thank you for helping us to be disciplined spiritually. Having the discipline to invest our energy and our time on only the essential, only the necessary. And then may we let go of anything else that is draining our energy. Good morning, Alex on YouTube. And what is something that you've been overthinking about recently that is unnecessary? Let us know in the chat. For me, I noticed myself thinking about how I don't have an idea. Spending energy and time worrying about not having enough ideas. But all the time that I spend thinking about that, I'm not allowing for new ideas to actually come in, because my time and energy is being wasted on thinking about what I don't have. And so becoming aware of that, becoming aware of what I was thinking about, I was able to find stillness in my mind. And then that's when the ideas and the inspiration and the guidance from the higher intelligence started to come through. Morning angels. Hey Richard Jordan. Hey love Zionism. Daniel Wolf, good morning, good looking. How are you doing on this beautiful morning? Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, Daniel Wolf. Hope you have a wonderful day too. Scott McEwen. That's the mystery of life, I suppose, having an understanding. Okay, what to do about things we can't control. Okay, that's what someone said. I'm guessing that was a response to my question of what have you been thinking about. That is unnecessary. If you haven't answered this question, guys, let me know and I'll read it out. Angel said, same, I need to let new ideas through. Yes. Yes. And also you can ask the universe, this is what I do. I'll say, thank you, God. I trust that inspiration will come through to me when I need it. And allow myself to be an open vessel for that inspiration, an open channel, by finding stillness, by going and sitting in nature and listening to what it is that I truly care about. What is it that I truly want to create around in this world? What does my heart truly care about? Because that's what's necessary. That is what is essential. What is going to make this world a better place? What is something that I can do to be of service to my brothers and sisters on earth? Giovanni said stolen velour. What does stolen velour mean? Hey Mini Mean, hey Manu. Manu said I'm a cat girl. I like cats and dogs, actually. P-Dub said, what is God? Is that your answer to my question, or are you just asking that question? What does your heart truly care about? Yes, what does your heart truly care about? What is something, guys, when I ask you, what does your heart truly care about? Is there something that comes to you straight away? If there is, put it in the chat. What's your gift? Listening must have something to you. Are you asking me what my gift is? That's what I'm guessing. So as I have been on this journey of figuring out my gifts, some of them are, yes, I love to listen. I love to go deep into someone's psyche. I love to understand people. I love to get to know people on a much deeper level. And connecting with others is definitely one of my gifts. And that has not always been easy for me, honestly. It's something that I have transformed, because when I was younger, I had a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear of people, fear of being seen, fear of speaking in public, fear of just chatting to people in real life, social anxiety. And I so deeply wanted to connect with people, and I had this fear that was really blocking me from doing that. And I've spent so much time really working on my own inner discipline so that I can connect with others. And this skill can be transferred into so many different areas of our lives. And this is what I love about spiritual gifts, is they are so versatile. They can be used in every single area of our lives. So beautiful. One of my gifts is also creating art out of challenges, out of challenging, just creating things out of challenging times. This is a gift that every human can manifest in different ways. It's actually what all of us do manifest in different ways. It's just the flavor of how you manifest this is going to be different. When you're going through a challenging time, how you deal with that challenge is going to affect whether you transform that challenge into a gift or not. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Coty. Is your dog okay? She's like fast asleep. I took her on a long walk this morning. Okay. So guys, even right now, I'm just trying to slow myself down. Sometimes I get into a bit of a rush state when I come on live, because I'm like, oh, I must say something. I must fill this silence with words. But actually, I find that the words always find me so much better if I just say, it's okay. I can be comfortable with not knowing. And this is such a important facet of allowing the flow state, because this, sometimes we come up against this like barrier or this internal block, when we don't know what we're meant to be doing, or when we're not sure and we think that that space needs to be filled up. Jesus, welcome. And so just allowing myself to be in the silence, to like have a little gap and to trust that the words will find me when I need them. This is all part of living life mystically, guys. To live life mystically is to trust. Is to trust that there is a higher power. There is something that has our back. To live a mystical life is to be in full faith that everything is working out better than you could ever imagine it. And that at any moment, your spiritual team is guiding you, is sending you signs, is giving you just enough for you to take the next step on your journey. Trusting that we are not alone. Trusting that we are always being guided by the divine. Hey, EMP 1984, peace to you too. So I invite everyone here to just take a deep breath. Let's do it together. How is everyone feeling today, right now? Let me know in the chat. Web Matrix 100, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sending you love and hugs. Toodlebug says she's feeling anxious. Thank you for sharing, my love. Sending you a hug. So whatever you're feeling right now in your body, I just want this to be a reminder that when we fully feel into what is alive in our body, we give it the space to move. And so not trying to get it to move, not trying to get rid of it in any way, because that actually just creates more resistance in the body. But you can send this intention into your body, say, I'm completely here with you now. So wherever you're feeling that anxiousness, Toodlebug, sending that intention into your body, maybe it's in your chest or your belly. Just saying, I'm completely here with you now. And this is how we start to parent ourselves spiritually. And this is all part of the inner discipline of refocusing our attention back into a state of love. This is how we experience miracles. It says this in the Course in Miracles, that a miracle is a shifting state of consciousness from a state of fear to love. Hello world metrics. What is a soul? GR. You know, me and my friends were actually contemplating this at length on one of our walks recently. And we were like really trying to contemplate what is soul versus what is not soul. And after contemplating it for a little while, I came to the conclusion for me that the soul is the infinite part of us, the deepest part of us, the part of us that has no bounds. And maybe to describe it in a human form is kind of impossible. It's something that it's a mystery to us. There's so many different definitions of soul from different spiritual traditions and spiritual teachers. One of the ones that I like is Till Swan's explanation of the soul, where she says that you have universal consciousness. Imagine it being like an ocean. God, the great ocean of consciousness. And then each soul is like a stream of consciousness that is making its own journey, extending off from the ocean, and so always connected to the whole. And every soul is always connected to the whole. It's all part of the same water. But it's just that it's taking its own journey and it's having its own experience. And it is traveling the cosmos in its own unique way. And so that's how I see souls, is that we are these individual streams of consciousness, always connected to the one, manifesting into different forms. Okay, let's see. How does it see through individually when it's a whole? I don't know. I actually do not know. It's like one of those mysteries, isn't it? How these things are really working. I guess that's the answer for God. Question for God. EMP. What are you saying you wanted to help with? Because I know you guys were talking about money. My YouTube monetization is paused at the moment. So I was monetized, so I was able to receive like supers and donations. And it got paused for now, but it should be back soon. It just got paused because I messed up the application process. I accidentally chose organization instead of individual, which meant that I needed to provide certain like details that I didn't have. And so I had to close my account and create a new one. So I'm just waiting for my new account to be accepted, and then I'm going to be able to get my supers back. And also I will be providing other offerings. So one of the ways that I get paid doing this work is by doing one-to-ones. And so I do intuitive one-to-ones, and we go really deep into whatever the person is finding a challenge right now in their life. And so through these one-to-ones, I'm helping people to connect back with their intuition, to connect with themselves. And I have really good feedback of people being able to connect with themselves by me asking certain questions intuitively to help you to find the answers that you need within. So that's one of the ways that I, one of my offerings. And I also am writing a book right now. I'm writing a prayer book. And so that will be one of my offerings soon, but I'm just being very patient with that, not rushing it, because it seems to come to me over time. But it's not too far off from it being done. And I also will have my memberships open when I have my monetization back. Then I will be able to start doing workshops. And I could do workshops now, maybe using a different platform or Zoom or something, or even in person, but it's just something that I am slowly getting around to planning, you know? A prayer book, dear. So yeah, what was I saying? There's lots and lots of different like things that I'm doing to support. In the meantime, whilst I'm not able to do some of those things, I'm constantly being supported. And this is something that I talk about a lot, is that since I began this journey of putting my full devotion into my YouTube, which is like 10 years ago, sorry, not 10 years ago, 2 years ago, the universe has never not supported me. It has always supported me. It's always given me enough for me to work on and spread the lessons that I learn. And so as I continue with this work, my faith just grows stronger for the universe. The more I step out of my comfort zone and I devote myself to this path of doing what I really care about, like wholeheartedly care about, not wasting my time on doing things just because other people tell me that I should be doing them, or because I'm afraid that I won't have enough money, or because I'm afraid that fill in the blank, you know. Ever since I've decided and declared I will work on the things that I truly care about, the universe has always provided, always. It's actually miraculous. To the point where it was, I remember 2 years ago, I got fired from a job. I say fired, I got let go. You know, I don't really like the word fired. I got let go from this job and I wasn't really enjoying it. I was actually it's one of them things where like clearly like had manifested this not being let go from this job because it wasn't in alignment for me. And so I got let go, and I was so relieved because I was like, yes, now I can actually have the time to do the things that I want to do. And like, obviously there's a little part of me that was like, what am I going to do about money? But like, I decided in that moment, I was like, whatever happens, whatever, and by the way, I'd been spending like the previous 2 years before that, I'd been spending all my time and energy into becoming a graphic designer, because that's what I thought that was going to make me money. That was going to, like, I'm good at art, so that's what's going to be good for me. And so when I realized that's not what's actually what I want, to pivot was hard. Like, the acceptance of like the fact I needed to pivot was one of the hardest things, because when you come to a crossroads like that, it's like, it really feels like I'm throwing away all of these years' work, and like convincing people as well. Oh, do you know what, guys? I realize is that no one actually is watching what you're doing. So do what you want to do. Like, in this, I used to always tell myself, like, oh, you know, I'm going to be doing this. When someone asks me, what is it that you do? I have a story for them that they're going to understand. So like, and it's almost like this, I'm making other people comfortable. I'm actually like, it's not even about their comfort. It's about my own comfort. It's like, I feel uncomfortable in that moment before, I felt uncomfortable to tell people what I really wanted to do, which was, I want to work on a YouTube channel talking about spiritual stuff. Most people that I come across in my life are not going to understand that. They're going to be like, what the fuck, you know? And like, but at that time I was like, so when people would ask me what I do, I'm like, I'm a graphic designer. Deep down, I knew I'm not a graphic designer. My heart and soul is not a graphic designer. But for me, it was so, I can tell people I'm a graphic designer. Whew, don't have to worry about it now, you know? I don't have to explain what I'm doing. This is a acceptable job in society to have. From my perspective anyway, it was a reputable thing to be doing. And so it made me feel comfortable. But then when I decided this, when I realized this is not what I actually want to be doing, I had to pivot. I had to accept the fact that that wasn't it, because I've been telling myself this is what I want to do, or this is what I'm gonna do. If I just focus on this for 10 years, I'll be successful by then. The problem is, there's a little part of me that wasn't wanting to do it, and so that little part of me was dragging my fucking ass backwards, like slowing me down. The procrastination, the resistance to actually put in my all into doing it. There was so much resistance. I was using so much of my time wasting it because there was a part of me that didn't want to be a graphic designer. So every day I was just like trying to get myself to not be in resistance to it. When I really truly looked into why am I in so much resistance, I realized it was because I didn't actually want to be a graphic designer. And like that realization that I had been pushing away, that piece of information that my soul so badly wanted me to know, was really hard to swallow. Because now, like, all the people that I've told, like me creating my ego around, I'm a graphic designer, and so this is reputable, this is acceptable in society. Now I'm going to let that go. So now what? But I'm not a graphic designer anymore, Rapture Tree. I'm just telling the story of how the universe gave me so much support. So when I did realize that, when I did decide, okay, well, I'm gonna let this go, I'm gonna actually quit. By the way, I got let go of my job before this happened. So I think what happened was I got let go of my job, and then I was so relieved, and then, or maybe no, what happened is I was doing freelancing, and then I was like, fuck this, I'm not going to do freelancing anymore, I'm going to get a job. So then I got a job as a graphic designer for like 6 months, and all this time I'm doing this inner work, like trying to figure out my life and like what is my purpose here. And at the moment that I was like, fuck this, I'm not ever doing graphic design again as a job. Like, fair enough, like I'll do it for like a, you know, if someone needs help with stuff, I've still got skills, and I use my graphic design skills for so many things still. So the skills are very transferable, you know. I'm doing YouTube, so it's been very helpful, and I'm still in my heart and soul an artist. But that moment that I decided I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to force myself into this box that I'm not meant to be in. And in that moment, I had declared to the universe, I will, from this moment, make sure that I put a portion of my energy, or not even a portion of my energy, I'm going to put my energy towards my dreams, all of it. And so if that means setting my life up in a way where I'm able to feed my dream every day, I'm going to do what it takes to do that. And so that's what I did. And then that minute that I decided, or that day, that week, whatever, I can't remember what the time span was, but it was pretty much like in that week that I decided, okay, well, that's it now. I'm going to put all of my energy into making this shit work. The things that I've been like passionate about for the last like 10 years, guys, that I was just putting off because I was like, it's too out there, like it's too, like I don't know what I'm doing, it's too, like it's not mainstream enough, it's like society ain't gonna get it, it's like what I want, the thing that I actually want to do, like isn't even a career path that I could like just easily figure out. It's something that is a challenge. Anyway, I got to the point where I was like, fuck this, like there's nothing else I want to be on earth for, you know, like this is the only thing that keeps, no matter what, keeps coming back to me. Like I know it's part of my dharma, like part of my purpose, because it never leaves me, no matter what. And so when I claimed that, and I was like, I'm just gonna like work it out, all of these fears that I was having, like working through them, the universe was like, okay, we'll support you through that. All of my prayers, it felt like my prayers started to come true in that moment, because the universe gave me a source of income that I enjoyed and that I could do on the side of feeding my dreams. But I had to start feeding them. I had to show the universe that I was like genuinely ready. Like I'm not even ready, but like I am devoted. Have you ever seen a spirit? If not, how can you say you see the light as such? Have I ever seen a spirit? It's a hard question to answer, really, for me, because I feel like throughout my life I've had a really vivid visual I don't know, space internally. And so I don't know if I was seeing spirits when I was younger, but it could be that. I definitely would see beings, but it was all happening in the imagination. It was happening, like, for example, when I drift off to sleep, and I'm sure many of you have probably experienced this as well. I would feel like I was drifting off to sleep, and then all of a sudden I would see people just like looking at me, and I'd be like, what the fuck? It would scare the shit out of me. It's like that in-between state between sleep and wakefulness. And also other times that I've seen things, I've never seen like a physical entity in real life that I've thought was a spirit. But to be honest, I've read into like mediumship and stuff, and they do say that it's all in the imagination realm. It's like happening in the periphery and in the mind's eye. This is the spiritual realm. So I have no doubt that I actually have seen spirits, and I do believe that we can train ourselves to do it. I used to be really scared of spirits my whole life, because I believe that the reason why I was scared when I was younger was probably because I was seeing things and I didn't want to. I wanted to resist it, and I didn't understand it because I had been shown horror movies when I was younger. Worst thing to do to a kid, honestly. Like, why? I remember my nan like reading me these ghost facts when I was like really young, and it really traumatized me, and I was really scared. Hey, Angel Boy Mika, nice to see you again. EMP. Okay, cool. See you soon, hun. I will check my email. Someone said she's gonna turn 30, realized she wasted the last 8 years, and then enroll in a business class. Oh my god, hilarious. I actually have a business degree, so I'm definitely not gonna enroll in a business class. And you're saying that I realized I wasted the last 8 years. Guys, you have no idea what I've accomplished in the last 8 years. Like, it's not even about that, but like putting my energy towards my dreams has been so fruitful for me. Like, the amount of blessings in the form of people that I've met in my life, the community that I'm building, money that I'm making from lots of different places, random places that I never would have thought of. I never would have even dreamed of. And so this person that's saying that she's going to turn 30 and realize that she wasted the last 8 years, it's sad, because I know this is coming from a place of fear, and there's collective fear around chasing our dreams, like not even chasing, feeding our dreams, putting energy into our dreams, putting energy into the things that we truly care about. There's a collective fear around it. It's called lack of faith. And so that's why I come on here to remind people to have faith. And I wouldn't do that if I didn't genuinely believe that you are being supported. I used to find it very difficult, guys, to come onto YouTube and talk about this, because I wasn't fully convinced. When I first started, I still had a lot of growth and healing to do. I still had a lot of sorry, I just saw like a pigeon land on the bird bath outside, and it made me feel really happy because it's a new bird bath and it's the first time I've seen a bird. Oh, there's 2 pigeons. This is the first time I've seen a bird land on the bird bath, so it's just so beautiful to see. What was I saying? Yeah, I was saying that when I first started making videos about spirituality, it's so cute and funny because I was like always so excited to make videos about spirituality and talk about spirituality, but I didn't have the full faith yet. And so it was hard for me because I was like talking about something that I didn't fully, like hadn't fully anchored into my body yet. It's like I wanted to, I understood it on an intellectual level. Part of me really did believe, part of me really did have this like sense of awe and wonder and like leaning towards the more mystical things and the mystical side of life. But because I hadn't put in enough work, I hadn't come out of my comfort zone enough, I hadn't taken enough risks, I didn't have the proof inside of me. I didn't have the experiential, what's the word? Like the knowing, I guess. And so I wouldn't, that's what I'm saying. I didn't want to tell people things that I didn't know for sure, because I was like, what if I tell someone something and it's not even true? I was so scared. I was like, I don't want to spread fake news. So now, you know, the fact that this just flows out of me so easily is because I have had so much proof. I have had so much proof of what I'm talking about. The synchronicities, the signs, the messages from the universe, our ability to work with the universe, to open ourselves up to the infinite inspiration of the universe. The support that we get from the universe when we ask our spirit guides, angels, God, whatever it is that you connect with. It's a daily occurrence for me. Every single day I'm praying. I'm speaking to the universe. I am working with the universe. It's not even, you know, it's not me. I feel like I'm just being guided. I'm being nudged in certain directions. Okay, Angel Boy said, good day, going out for a jog, just popped in to say hello. Hey, goodbye, have a good jog. JD said, I like your eyes and smile, thank you. Seabook, thank you, my love. I've been on this journey for a long time now. But it still feels like new, I guess. It still feels like the beginning. It's always a new beginning. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is pink. I love pink. Yes, Cyrus. If you thought you had a vision, would you be able to share, or would you fear people don't believe? Depends who it is. Like, I can sense what kind of information I can share with certain people. You can sense it, right? You can sense when someone's ready to hear, or if they're on the kind of wavelength that you're on to speak about more mystical things. You can sense when someone's really not, when they're just not in that space. Like, for example, I have family members. My granddad actually said the other day, it's so funny. He's got YouTube, and he was like, Amy, why are you popping up on my YouTube all the time? And I'm like, I don't know, Granddad. You must have been watching my videos. He's like, no, I didn't watch your videos. But every single video that they recommend me is of you. And I'm like, great. That means YouTube's doing me a good job. Thank you. And then he's like, but I don't want to watch your videos. I don't want to watch your non-religious prayers and your spiritual chats. And I'm like, then don't. And then I can feel this energy of like, I'm not going to talk about any of this stuff in front of you guys, because I just know that it will... We can discuss it, don't get me wrong. Me and my granddad have had discussions, but he is on such a different wavelength where he is like... He's just so atheist, you know? But I love having discussions with him. I love to like question things with him, tell him things that I've learned. And he's like, interesting. It's funny. But a lot of the time he's trying to prove me wrong, which I love. I love it. But you just got to come to these conversations where people are at, I feel. And just like, yeah. So it's not so much that I fear people don't believe. I know people don't believe. I was one of those people. I literally was brought up in an atheist family, you know? So I get it. I get why you'd be skeptical. I so get. It's literally how a lot of our society is built up. We're not. I saw this video the other day. It's so funny. It's like, you're a wizard, but you never got your letter. And that's what we're all experiencing. It's like our letters got lost in the mail, or someone kidnapped the mailman. We're all magical. We all have access to the mystical dimension, but we are limited. Our minds are limiting us. Everything that we are brought up around is a construct that is that we're brought up. Our mind is shaped by a limiting construct. And so we don't see the magic inside us. We don't see how powerful we are. We don't see how magical we are. But this is what we're changing. This is what we're changing now. We're all becoming more aware of this, of our power, of our magic, our mystical abilities. Every single one of you has mystical abilities. Start living life mystically. If you think like a muggle, you'll be treated like a muggle. But if you think like a magical, mystical being, then that's how you'll be treated. You'll experience miracles. You've got to get on that side of reality, though. Start small. Test the waters. Okay, someone said, are you Muslim? No, I'm not religious. Yes, Cyrus, sometimes it happens like that, eh? Do we have to believe in the mystic? Life's going to be a lot better when you wake up to the mystical side. becomes a lot easier. Not that there won't be challenges, but it's way easier. So you don't have to do anything. You have free will. You can choose how to use your energy. You can choose how to use your awareness, your attention. Some people aren't here to live a mystical life. But you have the option to, if that's what you want. And if you don't know where to start, you can just start by praying, asking God, God, help me to see the connectedness in all things. God, help me to see the mystical nature of life. Start asking that prayer every day. God, help me to be open to the miracles of the higher intelligence. Start opening yourself up to that dimension. So all it starts with is a prayer, is an intention, and then let everything else go. The funny thing is this a lot to do with just emptying ourselves. If our mind is limiting our ability to be mystical beings, magical beings, the magical beings that we are, the mystical skills that we have, telepathy, psychic skills, creating, we have to start asking for assistance, declaring that we are wanting to see it, and then watch what happens, and emptying the limitations that our mind hold over us. And as I was saying, it's always about emptying, letting go of limiting beliefs, fear around what happens if I just have faith, if I just trust that I'm being supported, that I'm being guided. What happens then? What kind of actions do I choose to take? Can I slow down? Finding stillness throughout the day, meditation, sitting with nature. Any way that we can find stillness in the mind, doing breath work, cold water. This is how we start to connect with the mystical nature of life. This is how we start to get into alignment with our higher self. It's all linked. Thank you, Cyrus. Someone said, okay, Rapture Tree, I prefer temperate waters. Me too. But I was just suggesting some ways that people may, it's whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. Going for a walk in nature. You don't have to sit still. Sometimes we actually need to burn the energy up that is being used in our mind. Cardio is a really good way of doing this, especially if you're really anxious. Anxiety is just a notification that we are thinking a lot of thoughts, usually about the past or worries about the future. anxiety about like what might happen. So you can burn that energy up. Going for a run, using the Stairmaster, doing some cardio for 20 minutes. All you need to do is 20 minutes. Burn that energy up. Breath work also burns that energy up. Intense breath work, like the Wim Hof styles. Okay, so JD said, if the magic is there, it doesn't matter if we believe. Exactly. But if we can affect or change, then it's worth it. Yes. Absolutely. It does not matter if we believe. In fact, like I was saying before, I started my journey with no belief. No belief at all. I was reading spiritual books all the time. I was very curious. I wanted to believe. I was like, this stuff seems so cool, but I don't think I believe it. But I was like, let me use it as an experiment. And I'll experiment and see what happens. And like JD says, if it creates change, then it's worth it. And my life has transformed in so many ways. And even Eckhart Tolle says that spirituality has nothing to do with belief. It's to do with your state of consciousness, your internal world, your internal state. That is why we practice spirituality. This is why we have spiritual practices. Because everything is flowing from the internal. And so the internal state is the most important thing. Okay, JD says, are you religious or spiritual? I'm not religious. Thank you, A. Marie Vlogs, for your beautiful message. Ah, thank you, my love. So nice. Let me screenshot your messages. Okay, what's going on in the chat? Let's see. Okay. Okay, someone asked where I'm from. I'm from England. Yes, JD, it's a good reminder. I'm spiritually turbulent, Uzi 9 millimeter. It's funny you say that because there's a chapter in the Gene Keys. I don't know if you've heard of it. Tell me if you've heard of the Gene Keys, because there's a chapter in it that talks about turbulence, spiritual turbulence, and how to transform this turbulence into its gift, which I think is the gift of compassion, I believe. The shadow of like spiritual turbulence is the experience of experiencing emotional turbulence. And when we experience emotional turbulence, it gives us that experience to be able to have compassion for humanity. Hey, School of Flourishing. Morning. I'm good. How are you? It's actually afternoon here, but how are you? Bye, JD. Are you off, JD? Thanks for your input today. It's been great having you. Let's do a little Q&A to end the live. What can we put? Let's see. Oh. Okay. You look Australian. Do you have any background relation? I'm not Australian. Let it rip, Chris. Yeah, Christina. Just let it out, babe. Go to the toilet. Millie's on live. Okay, guys, I'm going to answer some questions now. So if anyone has any questions, then let us know. Millie pups. Cute doggo. Is he from CIA? CIA? Hey guys, also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you want to support me, especially where I haven't got monetization right now, please do subscribe because it will help my channel a lot. Appreciate you. Oh, sorry. Guys, do you have any questions? Something that you might be wondering from the chat we had? Questions around mystical living, spiritual living, challenges that you're facing right now. Maybe there's something that you're trying to manifest that you're finding it really difficult to manifest. Maybe there is something that you keep getting stuck with. Maybe there's something that you really want and you just feel like you can't have it. Maybe you are in a situation that you don't want to be in and you don't know how to get out. Maybe you are wanting more purpose in your life. Maybe you are wanting to feel like you... I don't know what that last sentence was, but... Thank you, Dizzy Bone. Afternoon. It feels like it should be. I'm doing good. I went on a date on Friday. Oh, how did that go? Okay, how did you meet this person? Was it an online dating situation or was it a real life thingy? What are planetary intelligences? I don't know. What's that? I'm now asking you, what is you tell me. What's a planetary intelligence? Okay, someone said, why do you need purpose in your life? I feel like that's a question for individuals. Like for me, personally, if I was to ask myself that question, why do I need purpose? Because I don't feel... If I feel like my life has no purpose, I tend to feel more depressed. Like there's no use for being here. One thing that I love that Eckhart Tolle says is that whatever you're doing right now is your purpose. And so the way I've shifted my thinking, and I try to remind myself of, not even try, I remind myself of daily, is that purpose is not even about like what we're doing. It's how we're doing what we're doing in any given moment. And so it's a lot to do with our state of consciousness around what we're doing, our perspective of what we're doing. Does that make sense? What do you think of the Buddhism path? Thank you, Robbie Viola, for your question. So from what I know of the Buddhist path, I love the practice of mindfulness. And this is a Buddhist way. Mindfulness. Something I practice every day is finding stillness in the mind. Do you know what's interesting as well is like, there's kind of a paradox, because when you think of mindful, which like you really break down the word, it's almost like you are inhabiting your whole mind with your consciousness, with your awareness. And so you become full in the mind. Instead of being absent-minded being unconsciousness, mindfulness being fully conscious. All of my awareness, my light, the light of my consciousness is anchored into my being. I'm full of life. Whereas when I'm absent-minded, I'm far away from my body. I'm far away from my being, my beingness. And so the mind then can be used because I'm not, because it's almost like this opportunity for it to be used by whatever wants to use it. And so when we become mindful, when we fill up our mind with our consciousness, there's less room for it to be, or there's no room for it to be hijacked. So thank you for your question. I really like that question. It was fun. Let's go back and see what else we got. Hello from Northampton. Hey, Jason. Someone said, why do flowers have a smell? Ugh. I don't know, but it's so cool. It's such a beautiful thing. One way that you can connect with your mystical faculties get so excited when I find words. This is what I mean about the universe is always providing us with the right words. Sometimes a word just comes to my mind and I'm like, where did that fucking come from? I don't even know that word, but then it's like the perfect word. I don't know what it means. And then I Google it and I'm like, this is the perfect word to describe what I'm thinking of. Like, that's a mystical experience, guys. Okay. What was I saying? Someone said about why do flowers have smell? A way that you can really connect with your mystical faculties is by smelling flowers and then notice what arises in your imagination. Be really still when you're smelling the flower and notice what comes up in your imagination. Okay, so NB said, no, it doesn't make sense. What doesn't make sense? Was it you that asked me the question about purpose? Let me know what doesn't make sense, like if you have any follow-up questions. Okay, Badger, School of Flourishing. We started talking on LinkedIn, which was unexpected. She's 37, from Ukraine, lives in London, going through a divorce, no children. She knows most of the details of my current situation. We went for an Italian, spent 5 hours together, and were the last two in the restaurant. Even despite there was a language barrier, we found so much in common with our own values for life and interests. Personality, it was really nice. We have arranged our second date for Wednesday. Beautiful. That sounds great. So I'm happy for you, my dear. NB, it seems like you are pretending to be spiritual and deep. I don't even know what to say to that. Okay. Okay, Dizzy Bone, I'm too mindful, I've found. I can't stop narrating everything I do now. It annoys the shit out of me. Okay, this is normal. This is what the mind does. The good thing is the good thing about it though, Dizzy Bone, is that you're aware of it. Like, you're obviously increasing awareness because you're noticing that you're narrating things. And that's okay. Like, give yourself, like, remind yourself that you are becoming more aware because you're noticing the thoughts. A lot of people don't notice these thoughts. They don't notice the inner dialogue and the narration. And every time you notice yourself narrating and you don't want to be doing it, it's okay. Remind yourself, it's okay. I've caught myself doing it. It's perfect. It's exactly what you're doing the right thing. You're becoming more aware. And so in that moment, you can just take a deep breath and remind yourself that you're strengthening your muscle to bring yourself back to the present moment. It's just when we notice that we're narrating things and then we allow ourselves to then beat ourselves up over it, we're becoming more unconscious, like we are using more of our energy to just beat ourselves up over it, where we don't need to do that. We can say, oh, I'm noticing that I'm narrating things. Great. I'm noticing my thoughts. Amazing. School of Flourishing. That's exactly what I was thinking. If you think Amy's pretending, then you haven't been here in these streams enough. Oh my god. Yeah, I was thinking that. I'm like, okay. Maybe one day, I don't know. True, be in your body. Angel Boy 444, you're still here. Well, you came back. No questions are stupid questions. Yes, NB. No, someone said that your questions are mentally challenged. I thought they meant mentally challenging. But yes, 100%. Every question is a good question. And I love your questions. Actually. Angel Boy 444, I struggle with that sometime. You mean being in your body? You struggle with being in your body for some time. Yes, it's something that a lot of people struggle with. And it's okay. It's like a thing that we are learning as humans, is to be more in our body. Even sometimes I notice myself floating away when things are difficult or becoming more numb. And I'm a very sensitive person. So it's like, I know that a lot of people are experiencing that. Yeah. Hi from Malaysia. Hey. To attract the bee, Sun. Ah, okay. I think you're replying to someone else. What do you mean by sense? Did I say it in a certain context? Okay, when I say sense, what I mean is like, if I'm sensing something, it's like it's your intuition. So you're using your senses to find a, how do I explain that? Sensing. It's like intuition. Sensing is it's intuition. It's like the sixth sense. As you're using the information that you're getting to I don't know how to finish that sentence. I don't know. If a better way of explaining it comes to me, I'll let you know. Usually it comes to me after. Like, if I have a question from someone that I don't know the answer to right in this moment, like, I'll be writing it down. I'm going to write it down. And then over the next, like 24 hours, I'll be like, oh, that would have been a really good answer. But it will come to me, you know. This is the art of contemplation. And this is why I love to speak to the universe. Because sometimes you ask a question that you don't know the answer to, and maybe the answer doesn't come straight away, but you contemplate it. And that question the answer starts to be revealed, maybe. This is the beauty of humans questioning life. Because when we are questioning life, we go on these creative journeys contemplating the mysteries of the universe, and we start to find answers. Oh, I love it. Do you mean by sensing? Okay. Oh, if I have an answer to that one, I'll let you know at some point. I can't tell if you're 18 or 50. Nathan. That's how I feel. Like this feeling of being ancient but also a baby at the same time. So funny. So I'm glad that you picked up on that. Thank you. Where are you from in the UK? I'm from England. Yeah. I'm aware your eyes are beautiful. Thank you, dear. Appreciate that. Hi, Aryan? Sorry if I pronounce people's names wrong, guys. Thank you, Raj, for your beautiful comment. Nice to meet you, Aryan. Okay, please don't spam. If I don't read your question out, I'm probably not going to read it out, okay? And you don't need to send it in more than once. I'll just time you out if you spam. I wish I had more questions. Well, maybe they'll come. Okay, maybe you can ask questions about something that you're trying to manifest, something that you want, and it's a difficult thing for you at the moment, or something you're finding a little bit of a challenge to create in your life. If this brings to mind anything, me saying that, you could ask something about that. Relationship struggles, challenges. We can talk about all of this stuff. Thank you, Sunny Smith. Are you wearing lens? No. These are my eyes. Okay, what is your diet? You're thin and your skin is good. Thank you, dear. So my diet is mostly vegan. I bless my food every time I eat it. I say thank you for the nutrients that are going into my body. I say thank you, God, for this beautiful food every time. Unless I forget, which I don't usually, but, you know, maybe sometimes. But I eat mostly vegan whole foods. I avoid sugar for the most part, like refined sugars, but I do have maple syrup in a lot of things. Like I made lots of cookies the other day with lots of maple syrup in them. Not too much. But I'll like make cookies myself usually. So I'll make like oat cookies with spelt flour. I try to eat alkaline as much as I can. I'm not fully alkaline. And I want to move more into an alkaline diet because I stayed with my friend who was alkaline when I was in Canada, and I noticed my nails like being really strong when I came home. And I was like, I wonder if that's because we were just eating mostly alkaline food. We were also drinking like water straight from a spring. So that could have been why. I was also taking a lysine supplement. So that could have been why. I need to get back on the lysine, and because that's meant to be really good for skin and nails. But yes, to answer your question, I'm mostly vegan. I might have a little bit of eggs or dairy here and there, but very sparingly, rarely. And yeah. Do I smoke cigarettes or vape? Occasionally I do if I am having a like a party night, you know. Sometimes there's like rare nights where I say party night, but it's like one of those nights where I'm with a friend, we're chatting, we've got music on, I might have a little vape, I might smoke a little weed. So I do sometimes, but again, it's very occasional for me. I do enjoy a little like cigarette here and there, you know, just like, yeah. But I don't overdo it. I really don't. I'm not addicted to tobacco. I'm not addicted to nicotine. I never have been. I was dependent on weed for a long time. And have overcome that dependency, which is beautiful. And yeah, but I do enjoy to like have a little smoke here and there. when I need some fun. It's like, it's fun for me, you know? Sometimes, but then afterwards, I'm like, okay, no more. No more. This is how, like, I feel like it's healthy to do this, like, once in a while. Maybe not, like, I'm not saying that it's, like, healthy on my body, but, like, I mean, in terms of spiritually, it's healthy for me. I don't want to, because I've been through it before, where I am, like, trying to be so straight and narrow, like, all the time. No partying, no drinking, no smoking, healthy food only, gym, wake up early. Like, I was like this for a while, and then I just realized how much, like, I need some playtime. I need to, like, have a little fun. Like, do some things that are a little bit, like, I don't know what the word is. It's like, have some unhealthy food, you know? I think it's a little bit of balance, honestly. Just, like, letting yourself do these things occasionally. It's like a little palate refresh for me. I'm not feeling bad about it. Fully enjoying it. Ah! Okay. Citrus fruits will keep you alkaline. Citric acid, only acid consumed to convert alkaline quickly. Nice. Yes. Is anyone here alkaline or vegan? What is your favourite vape flavour? Oh, God. At the moment, I don't know, strawberry. I like a berry. Are you a sinner? I think we all are. Do you have your own vape? Like, if I get a vape, I'll usually just buy one of those ones that you throw away. I'm also not encouraging people to use vapes because I don't think they're, like, very healthy, but like I was saying, very much in moderation, guys. You know? You're looking gorgeous. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Let's crack her open. And we speak to the water here as well. So, speaking to your water is very powerful, guys. Before you drink, just saying thank you. Thank you for the water. Saying I love you. I'm sending up, you don't even have to say it loud. You can just send the intention in your mind. Can you show your vape? I don't have one right now. What's your Instagram? It's the same as my YouTube handle. Amy Louise Samp. Yes. Okay, cool. So Alex on YouTube says, I have a question. How do you set your mindset for peace of mind? Amazing question. Thank you so much, Alex. So the first thing that comes to me when I think of peace of mind is faith. It says in A Course of Miracles, this changed my life, guys, reading this, is that peace and faith come hand in hand. And so when we have lost faith, when we have lost faith, we can ask the universe, we can ask God, please restore my faith where it has been lost. And this will bring us back into a peaceful state. And so when I notice when I've come out of a state of peace, I know that it's because I've come out of I've lost faith. I've lost faith in the divine, in God's plan. And so bringing myself back to a state of trust. Trust that everything is working out for the best case scenario. Everything is working out for the higher good. And the universe knows what it's doing. And there are no exceptions. And then asking the universe to help me to become aware of any illusions in my mind. Because that's what happens when we've lost faith. We've started to believe in illusion. We've started to become identified with illusions. And so asking the universe, asking God, thank you for replacing illusion in my mind with truth. And this is all the spiritual discipline that I was talking about, guys. Inner discipline. Noticing when we have lost faith. And your inner guidance system is always telling you this. Your emotions, they're always guiding you, telling you when you have lost faith, because you'll be able to feel it in the form of some kind of painful or uncomfortable emotion. There's a connection between our emotions and our thoughts, always. I hope that answered your question, my love. Angel Boy says, I prefer edibles, but I'm not dependent on it because eating healthy makes me feel nice and calm. Yeah, and that's exactly how I feel with like doing things like, for example, drinking alcohol or smoking weed. Like now, I feel so much better when I'm sober. I feel so much calmer when I am doing the things that make me feel healthy. And so when it comes to doing those things, it's pretty quick that I'm like, oh, like I'm done now. Like that was fun, but like I want to get back to my usual lifestyle because that's what makes me feel the most at peace, you know? So I get you. And what a great place to be, you know? Thank God that I was able to get here. And I pray every day that for the assistance to stay, you know, elevated. Please don't spam the chat. Okay, firstly, who should we trust and have faith? Okay, a really good question. Thank you, Alex. So I guess it depends on what level that you're looking at it. But for me, having faith in the universe, having faith that, like, for example, God is supporting and that the universe knows much more than I do. Having faith in myself, trust and faith in myself, that because it's all connected anyway. Like, if you have faith in the universe, you have faith for yourself. You know, when I'm praying to God and I'm asking, please help me to restore faith, this is on all levels. Restoring faith for myself, that I can get through anything, that I am being supported in any given moment, so I have faith that I will find the words that I need in any given moment. I have faith that I will know what to do in any given moment. I will have faith that I am going to know what is the next step in any given moment. And that is, having faith in myself is not separate from having faith in God, because we're always tethered. Does that make sense? What's your favorite food? My favorite food is, people have asked me this so many times, guys. Probably have a different answer every time, because it really depends on what I fancy. But yeah, I don't really have a favorite food. My favorite food is vegan food. My favorite food is anything vegan. But if we were to like, I don't know, it really depends, because sometimes I really fancy like Oriental style food. Sometimes I really fancy like Indian food. Sometimes I really fancy like kind of more like Turkish food or Greek style food. Sometimes I really fancy like jacket potato, beans on toast. Sometimes I fancy fruit. I love all the food. I really do. I don't have a favorite. I like watermelons as well. I love pancakes. I love potatoes. I love it all. I'm a Pisces. And maybe that's the thing with a Pisces. Who knows? Do you like soul food? What's soul food? I like Caribbean food. I like Jamaican food. I love the curry, like the Jamaican style, or like the Trinidadian style curry, but with chickpeas. Oh, so good. My mouth is watering. Maybe I'll do that today, actually. Hey, Millie Pops, come. It's a Q&A, yes. And I'm leaving in like 7 minutes, okay? Because I've been here for quite a long time. So, soul food is African American food. Oh, okay. I don't know. But it sounds good. So I probably would like it. We have no idea why the universe exists and how it's created. We don't, but we can speculate. And also we can look into all of the different spiritual traditions, people having near-death experiences, psychedelic experiences, people that have mystical experiences, people that have maybe that's all for now. But when we look into all of these things, ancient knowledge, ancient texts, I like to look at all these things from like a standpoint of like looking through all of them and then finding that golden thread throughout. And what does that point towards? That's where I think is the most truth. Not the things that separate and divide us, but the things that actually bring us together. that's how I think that we actually start to find some level of idea and truth of why this universe exists. Is this what unemployed people do on weekdays? Are you talking about yourself? Are you unemployed? It's rare to find a girl with no tattoo these days. Truth is one or multiple. I must say, spiritual stuff doesn't help me much in this world. Okay. That's fair enough. It's not going to help everyone. It's not for everyone. If it helps, it helps. If it doesn't, that's okay. You got to take what resonates and leave what doesn't, you know? If there is a good Ave, what is good? Oh, sorry. If there is a God and everything is predetermined, then why try anything then? Well, does there being a God mean that everything is predetermined? I don't think that everything is predetermined. I think that some things are. I think that there are certain pit stops or certain events in our lives that are predetermined, but I think a lot of it is us being at a crossroads in any moment, having opportunities to choose what we want. Part of that choice is, do you want to work with the divine or not? That's your choice. Do you want to work with the universe or not? Do you want to see things from a mystical perspective or not? If you want to, then you'll seek out that knowledge. If you want to live on the mystical side of life, then your soul will be drawn to that kind of content, to that kind of knowledge. You'll have a thirst to understand it more. So let yourself go there. Yes, Alex says science can't explain everything. Spirituality is necessary to explain a lot of things. I agree. Okay. Are you vegetarian? Well, I was just saying earlier that, yeah, pretty much. I'm vegan, but I sometimes eat... I'm not fully vegan, you know? Like, I am mostly vegan, but I'm flexible. Like, if I'm out, then I might have something that's not vegan, but it's never meat. I don't like eating meat anymore. I might have something with dairy in it, but very rarely, you know? Okay, Henry said it's definitely helpful, but it definitely helps my spirit, but making money is another vibe. Okay, but when you say that the spiritual stuff doesn't help you in this world, I want to know why you think it doesn't help your money. Because there's a lot of misconception around being spiritual meaning being broke, but actually that's not That's not a thing. Like, just because you're spiritual doesn't mean that you're going to be broke. Actually, it's more to do with your relationship with money, your relationship to abundance. You can use spirituality and use spiritual practices to improve your relationship with money, absolutely. Yes, Henry said, like Forrest Gump did, are we floating around or using free will? Maybe both. I think it's both. I'm so excited about death and finally finding the truth. Have you watched near-death experience videos, Alex, on YouTube? Have you, like, type in coming home or the other side NDE? These are really good channels for watching people's reports on near-death experiences. If you're interested about learning about death and what happens after we die, I strongly recommend you start watching one of those videos a day. It's like medicine for the soul. It blew open my mind, honestly. Okay, so Thomas says there's no God. Even if there is, he doesn't really much like humans. Since animals eat and live for free, humans have to pay and suffer to get by. Okay, Thomas, my question to you would be, do you think it was God that chose that? Or do you think that was us of humans that created that life for ourselves? Because I think it was the latter. It wasn't God that... I mean, maybe it's God because everything's God, but at the end of the day, we as humans have the choice. We have created our societal structure. We have created everything that we see. And yes, our creations, I believe, are powered by the divine, but we have the power to set our intention on what it is that we want to create. If we want to create a like whatever we want to create, we'll have the backing to do that. But what is it that we have chosen to create? Someone said near-death experiences sound scary. It's actually way less scary than you think it is. Like, it's actually given me a lot of peace when it comes to death. A lot of peace. So it's not scary. It's very beautiful. Unless you have a fear of death, it may be scary to you because it's going to trigger that. We all have a fear of death, you know, to some level. We're all human. But if you have an extreme resistance to death, it's probably going to bring that resistance up. But it might help to reduce some of that resistance as well, because you start to hear what people are actually experiencing is actually very beautiful most of the time. So, okay, Tony, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. Thank you, Angel Boy 444. Okay. Okay, so Thomas said, if he does not participate in our lives, why do we need to worship him then? This is where setting the intention to work with the universe is important, because God is not going to intervene in our lives if we don't ask for that help. Or God can't even access you if you haven't opened yourself up to him. I say he, you know, I feel like this is biblical language, like using the he or she. I don't think God is even masculine or feminine. But you could say the universe then, or source. The universe can't work with you if you're not open to working with it. If you have not opened that door, if you have not invited God in. And so this is not so much about you must worship me, but it's more about, if you are open to me, then I can assist you. But if you're not open to me, then I cannot assist you. The universe cannot assist you. And so I truly believe that the universe wants you to open that door. The universe wants you to be open to working with it. And at any moment, you can. You just have to ask. You just have to say, okay, I'm here. Universe, help me then. Like, please help me. Thank you for helping me. I'm open. I'm open to receiving your guidance. I'm open to receiving your inspiration. Please help me to shift my state of consciousness so that I am able to see the miracles of your work. Thank you for helping me to know what it is to live a mystical life, to work with you. This is how we open ourselves up. We declare it. Okay, Angel Boy says, it's the same thing that you've been to be grounded in your body so that you're not manipulated into making decisions you don't really want to make. And many people in society did that, sadly. Yes. Thank you, Angel Boy. Absolutely. Okay, you know what Rapture Tree says is, fuck that, open doors, let flies in. Okay, well, what if you have a filter then? Like, you have a net covering that door? Because yes, when you're open, you are, there may be the chance that fear and doubt, because it's funny because Angel Boy also said fear and doubt does, and that is what these, if we're talking about flies, letting flies in as an analogy for like fearful thoughts, and this could be manifested in infinite ways. Let's have a filter then. Let's make sure that we are filtering what comes in, so that those flies don't come in when the doors are open. It's not about closing your heart, closing yourself off from the world. We don't want to close ourselves off from the world, because then we end up making ourselves smaller. We disconnect from each other. And so when we do open ourselves up, yes, we need to be discerning of what we are letting in. This is all part of the internal discipline, is making sure that we are vigilant of what we're letting in. Spiritually, physically. What are we letting in? For example, when we speak to someone, are we allowing their doubt to penetrate our field, because that's what usually happens. If you're with someone that's really doubtful and you're unconscious, that can come into your field and then you'll become really doubtful. But are we then having a strong filter? Noticing that, okay, this is this person's doubt. I'm sensing that they are very doubtful through their expression. By being around them, I'm feeling doubtful, which means that they are very doubtful. Can I discern, though, that this is not mine? I'm not going to allow it to take up all of my energy. See, this is what the system, or the system that is for the negative polarity, that wants us to be small, that wants us to be disempowered, will have you believe, is to shut yourself down, close yourself off, disconnect, close your heart. Do not express yourself. It wants you to be fearful of being your full self. This is what the negative polarity does. The polarity that is rooted in fear does. It wants you to be in a state of fear, in fear of expressing yourself, of really expressing what you care about, of putting your attention into what you care about. Because having a society of empowered beings is not good for the negative polarity. The collective ego, you might say. The collective unconscious, you might say. Because when there is a lot of humans that are empowered, when most of humans are empowered, that negative polarity can't exist. And so it's really about what is our reactions to these things. What do we do when we are being presented with so much negative news? What is our reaction? What are we going to do about it, you know? Not necessarily what are we going to do about... I don't know. I don't have all the answers, guys. But I do think it's more to do with what is our reaction. Do we react from a place of fear, or do we react from a place of empowerment? Empowering the people. Hey, Alex, Red Devil. Nice to see you. Yes, being moral isn't good enough. You have to be powerful. That's a beautiful quote. It's all about being empowered. Empowering ourselves and then empowering others. I'm good, thank you, Alex. How are you? Guys, if you haven't liked the stream yet, please do like it. Helps my channel immensely. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave soon, even though I'm having so much fun, but I'm hungry. And the body has its needs. Alex just feeling tall over here. I love that for you. Me too. My tea is so cold. Yes, welcome, Alex. It's good to see you here. We've had a really good live today, actually. Some good discussions. I've been enjoying it. What do you guys think about everything we've been saying in the last 10 minutes? Okay, I've actually been on live for probably like over 2 hours now. Bonjour. Buongiorno. So it's probably time I go. Amy, I want to continue with my prayers. I want to see how much longer I can manifest. Honey, you've got, yes, absolutely. Exactly. See, it's like once you manifest one thing, it's like, okay, what can I do now? What else can I manifest? This is why it's like, I always say to people, if you're finding it really difficult to manifest something, start with something small. You want to build up that field of belief, because that field of belief is what is going to create for you. You're creating what you believe in. Beliefs are very deeply rooted in the subconscious as well. I have a Nido cat. What's that? Always interesting conversation. Thank you, dear. I'm gonna screenshot that one. God, guys, my the love from my audience folder is becoming so big. Hannah Lucy, she's here. I literally just thought of you as soon as Alex came on. I was like, I wonder if Hannah's gonna pop on. But Hannah, I just was saying how I've been on here for like over 2 hours, so I was gonna come to a finish now. But I'm glad that you guys joined whilst we were still here for the end. But I'm getting tired and hungry, and I have other things to do as well. But I'm gonna come probably back on live tomorrow. So yeah. Oh, sorry, Mills. Oh, baby girl. My baby girl. Okay, let's see what this says. Okay, Hannah Lucy, I'll try and let like put a little announcement for when I'm coming live tomorrow. I don't know what time yet. Yes, gratitude is so important. Gratitude is everything, honestly. You should be acting. You have a great voice. Thank you. Acting, you know, maybe. Betty. This is not Betty though. This is Millie. Millie, come say hello. Come say hello to the live. This is Millie. This is Betty's sister. Isn't she so cute? Oh, I've missed you too. Millie, no. Hi, puppy. Hi, sweetie pup. Millie, they're all saying hello to you. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, Mills? She's wagging her tail. I think it's because I'm speaking to her, but still. Gussie, my dog, is giving me the eye. Oh. Millie Pops? How's my Millie Pops? My little Millie. She loves to lick me. Hippocrates, nice to see you again. Millie, stop it. Stop it. I don't want you to look at me. I love animals. They're so amazing. Look at her. Millie, you're so cute. I just love how happy dogs are. Oh, are you a beautiful girl? Yeah. Yeah. Are you beautiful? Hey. Okay. Okay, we had a really good chat today, guys, but I'm sensing the end of the live coming. So we'll be back tomorrow, probably. Yes, tomorrow. I'll say I'll come back tomorrow because I actually, like, I'm in that mood. So everyone say goodbye to Millie, my mascot for today. We missed you at the workshop. What workshop? Hey, hypocrites. Yes. Oh, I still haven't planned. Look, there is a workshop coming, which I'm planning, but I'm also, yeah, there's been a lot going on, and we're figuring it out, and we're taking it one step at a time, and we'll get there. The prayer book is also being written. I wrote a new prayer this morning, and then I cried my eyes out. It was beautiful. This prayer is so good. I was like, I'm so glad that people are going to actually get to, like, read this prayer. And I don't mean that from a place of, like, I don't know, like, big-headedness, because I truly feel like God has helped me to write these prayers. It's not even coming from me. It's like I have so much inspiration from other spiritual teachers, from people before me, and the universe just guiding me every step of the way. It's honestly been so beautiful. And so I would read you the prayer, but I don't want to share it because I've already shared quite a few from the book, and I don't want to share them all. I want it to be I don't know, could I? Maybe. I want to keep some, like, surprise. Yeah, I'll keep it a surprise for now. But we'll see. Okay, guys, have a beautiful day. Remember to ask for help and guidance from the universe, from God. Remember to ask for support. And may any faith that has been lost be restored. There's so many butterflies outside. I'm just watching this. Oh, so beautiful. And yeah, have a beautiful day. And I'll see you soon. And I'll send you at 1 IK was spamming, but I go to the next. Where were you at the last one? Okay, you're not talking to me. Okay, cool, guys. I'll see you soon. Peace, namaste. Have a beautiful day. Blessings to you all. Ciao. Ciao, everyone.